Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Geeks all over the globe, guys. Welcome to a brand spanking new episode of Cuz We Geeked, where we encourage you to stay geeked, man. Listen, we forming just like the Lions who formed Voltron. It is your boy, Rip.
It's your boy, we.
Yes, sir, guys. Listen, man, we got a good one for you today. A lot to get into today. We are going to talk about a conversation that I saw on a great show with John Campius that I figured me and my cousin will talk about here. You watching this now, you know you seen the thumbnail. And we're going to be asking the question of should Star Wars reboot? This is a question that's been going around the interwebs. There's a lot of questions going around Star Wars. We'll get into all that. And me and Cuz got some characters or stories we want to get into that we think should be movies. Something that has not hit the big screen yet. We hoping to get a conversation going with that to kind of get y'all's opinion on that too, man. Y'all let us know what y'all think. Let us know in the comment section or let us know right here in the comment section on the live show. All right, cuz, man, you ready to get into it, man?
Yeah, man, let's do it. Let's do it.
I guess I didn't prepare for this one, man. Let's see. Nope, I didn't get prepared for it. So let's go ahead and talk about it, man. Should Star Wars reboot, cuz?
Man, oh man. So you already know how I feel about Star Wars. It's by far one of my favorite franchises. I can watch that whenever, wherever. If it's on, I'm ready to go. As far as a reboot, if you're talking like so we talking about like a hard reset of everything. Like I would say if you're talking about that, then I wouldn't mind. The way that technology is now, being able to get everything updated, doesn't have to be a shot for stuff, but I actually wouldn't mind a reboot. But could the reboot start with the old Republic?
So let me put some I'm gonna clarify some things too with this. So this came from Matthew Vaughn, of course, the director of the Kingsman series.
Mhm.
Uh he talked about that if he had a chance, he would reboot Star Wars and he would reboot it back to the days of Vader and Luke Skywalker because he feels like it's a Skywalker story.
Yeah,
So that's the kind of premise of that. But yeah, what you were saying you would reboot it to back to the old Republic. You can reboot it any way you want if you
yeah,
want to reboot it.
yeah, yeah. Then give me old Republic. We kicking it. We taking it all the way back. Taking it basically from the roots and bringing it all the way forward. But yeah, I wouldn't mind a reboot. Be able to clean up a lot of things. The what would be sad for me is that Rogue One wouldn't be canon anymore. That was by far
Kenan.
one. that was by far one of the best movies that, to me, just overall movies that was ever created. But especially for Star Wars, it was by far like their best movie in the whole sequence. That it was just amazing, especially when it came to the ending. Great storytelling and overall. But yeah, I wouldn't mind a reboot, especially what you had shared about the drop off with Ahsoka when it comes to people that was watching it. Was it 40% or so had
It
from
dropped.
the
Yeah.
from the first episode to the season finale. So yeah, I wouldn't mind a reboot, clean up some mistakes here there. I think that it would also allow them. They already know where a lot of their mistakes have happened already. You also wouldn't necessarily need a lot of the animated shows either. You'd be able to hit those points in the movies. And I think it would also allow for what you said, where every Star Wars is like the massive production that it's supposed to be. I think this would allow for it to actually truly be that from beginning to end at that point. So I wouldn't mind it. Yeah, it would be like I said, it'd be difficult at first because like it's one of my favorite franchises, like I said. But uh, it's nothing wrong starting clean. I wouldn't have any issue. What about you?
I mean, it could be both ways for me. Like if they would sit here and say, "Hey, we rebooting Star Wars," I'm not going to be flipping over no tables, but a lot of
Yeah,
people will. You already know how
yeah,
that goes. Because they feel like whenever you hear reboot, people think that they've had this feeling as if like you're gonna erase the originals. Like the original is just not
Yeah.
gonna exist anymore, right? And
Yeah.
that's not the case. But that's how people be feeling when people say reboots.
Yeah.
Um, but for me, man, just on the premise of what Matthew Vaughn said, I don't want to reboot because listen, you've heard me say this before. Star Wars is not about the Skywalkers. It's not a
Yeah.
Skywalker story.
Yeah.
Star Wars is a vast, 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 vast. I can't even say vast anymore. How vast it is.
Yeah.
A universe of characters, man. Like you can tell so many stories within Star Wars where nobody's connected to each other. Like it's so huge. Like you don't have to connect everything. You know.
Yeah.
Um, I use the prime example of Star Wars Visions. Like, no matter what people think about the show, I know the first season is probably the best one to me, but second
Yeah.
season, it was a season. But anyway, like if you go watch Visions, like the way that those different stories are told, that gives you an idea of how vast Star Wars is. Like, it's so many
Yeah.
different characters. Like, none of those characters in Visions know who Luke Skywalker is. I mean, they probably do, but
Yeah.
they don't touch on it. You know what I'm saying? Like they have their own
Yeah.
story, they have their own adventures or whatever the case is, right? And that's
Yeah.
what I want Star Wars to be. Like you talk about the old Republic. You've been hearing me say this for years about the old Republic. I've been wanting the old Republic something. Not just not it has been a something in the video game, but I want a movie. I've been wanting an old Republic movie for years. And
Yeah.
that'd be nice. Like yeah, that has something like that to where it's not connected to the original story of Star Wars that we know. You know what I'm saying? So
Hmm.
that'd be nice. Like I said, for a reboot, like everything gets rebooted. So I wouldn't be
Yeah.
surprised if it got rebooted. But because Star Wars is so vast, you don't actually have to reboot Star Wars. You could just tell
Nah.
different stories and continue different stories.
Yeah.
You don't have to
Yeah.
make everything connected like they did with the prequels, the originals, and then the sequels. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
like you can just tell a story, tell a good story. That's all you have to do, man.
Yeah.
Now one thing I can say, in a lot of cases, you might have to have some lightsabers flying up in the movies. I know Rogue One is a perfect example of that not happening. And the only reason why that was because Rogue One was a story that happened between right before episode 4, The New Hope.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Jedi's weren't around anymore at that time. So and so, but in any other case, it'd be nice to have a couple Jedi's up in there, a couple Sith or something in there. But other than that, like
Yeah.
yeah, you got so many different stories you can tell, bro. Like I don't understand why we got to keep sticking to the same narratives with these stories, and everybody got to be connected in somehow. Just
Yeah.
that's why I think a lot of people are mad at the whole Rey situation. Like she was a nobody in the first like 2 movies, and all of a sudden it's like we're gonna switch it up and say she was the granddaughter of Palpatine. You don't have to connect everything, bro. Just it would have been cool. And plus, with her being just a nobody, that shows that the Force could be used by anybody. You don't have to
Yeah.
have the bloodline of a Skywalker to be a Jedi. It's the Jedi. The Force finds everyone. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I just I would like I said, if you reboot it, I'm not tripping, but you don't have to. You really don't have to reboot it, man. Just tell good stories. Just tell different stories, and
Yeah.
trust me, you'll get people in the seats, man.
That's true facts right there.
But you got anything else you want to add?
Nah, like I said, I wouldn't mind it. There'd be if they did, yeah, like a hard reset. It'll be touching at first, be like, oh man, it's gonna be crazy, but I'll still be in the theater ready with my popcorn right there in the middle.
But if they do go the reboot route and they start with like a Luke Skywalker, like I wouldn't be mad at it, man. I know the technology and everything nowadays it'd probably be a little bit more advanced.
Mhm.
You don't have to necessarily tell it like beat for beat like in the original. You
Yeah,
can probably add and tweak some things here and there.
exactly. Yeah,
You can kind of clean up the timeline as far as like because everything is connected now. The video games, the comics, the graphic novels, all that stuff, the shows.
yeah,
You can kind of clean up some things, and like you said, you can take in the stuff that you like, the stuff that worked, and then take out the stuff that did not work or stuff you don't like.
hmm,
So
yeah,
um, that'd be a great way to do that. Um, and hey, you never know too. Like you can probably start that way with Star Wars, and then like you can probably bring in people who aren't really huge Star Wars fans that way. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, yeah,
go back to not alienating a lot of people. So I mean, it could work, bro. Like I said, if they would
yeah,
have come back out here today and said, we rebooting Star Wars, I would not be flipping over tables and nothing. But like I said, you know,
yeah,
people will be doing that. You know, some folks gonna be
yeah.
doing that. But
Absolutely.
but in general, I don't think they have to because it's so many stories they can tell in Star Wars. So,
Yeah,
but yeah, man. You ready to get into this next thing, man?
yeah, man. Let's do it.
All right, bro. So we have five characters or stories that we would love to see as a movie. These are like characters we haven't seen yet, so we would love to see as movies. I got a few of my that you hadn't even seen on the screen yet, so let's get into it, man. We can start with our fifth one, man. So, cause
Yeah.
you up first, man. What matter of fact, let me move this. All right, man. Go ahead and let us know what was your fifth character or story that you want to see as a movie.
So for me,
Oh,
it's
my bad.
uh,
Go ahead.
Mephisto. I feel like being able to bring him onto the main stage in the movies would be massive. Just because it'd be able to cover so many characters within the Marvel universe, going from Doctor Strange, you have Ghost Rider, Agatha, just these different characters being able to deal with their stories and having him pulling strings, so many people around. I think he'll be fantastic. I mean, just knowing that whatever what all he brings as far as the overall uh, villain,
Mm-hmm.
I would want him on the screen. It's also one of the villains when it came to for Marvel. I need y'all to do it right. Yeah, it's been we've talked about it from Taskmaster,
Oh God.
Red Skull. Yeah, we got these characters that I need done right. This is one of them. I need it done right. I need him on the screen, and I need it done right. But I also think it'll be fun to have for us, especially if they're getting ready to reset the MCU. I would love for him to be right there pulling strings. That don't necessarily have to be that. It could be an Avenger event, but I would love for it just to be that villain just constantly pulling strings here and there. That just affects everything throughout the MCU, and I think it also give them a chance to clean up a lot of things, but and it will stabilize a lot of the connection as well. So yeah, Mephisto, I definitely I have him at number five, being able to see him on the screen.
So you just want to see Mephisto because you keep thinking he gonna be in these shows. Keep hearing these rumors about he gonna be okay. He gonna be in this. He gonna be in this show this time. I promise. That's your
Yeah,
end.
yeah,
Okay, no,
go
no,
ahead,
no. He
bring him
gonna
out.
be in this show this time. The
Yeah,
first time we heard Mephisto name being in something was in WandaVision. I remember that.
yeah, yeah.
All right, man. That's interesting, man. That's matter of fact, what's the guy's name who plays Borat?
Uh,
Sasha Baron
uh,
Cohen.
yeah, yep,
Yeah, he's supposed. There's a rumor
yeah, of course.
that he's supposed to be Mephisto in Ironheart. But
Yeah,
you heard me tell you before. I don't think Ironheart coming out.
yeah, I heard
I
that about
I'm
Tough
willing to.
One.
I wouldn't put King's House on that. I don't think it's coming out, bro. All
Yeah,
right, man. That was your number five. Here's my number five.
yeah.
Nova. I
Oh
don't know
man,
why we
I
haven't
thought
gotten
about it.
Nova yet in any type of. Well, we have the Nova core, of course, in Guardians of the
Yeah.
Galaxy, but we haven't got Nova in
Hmm.
anything yet. The Richard Rider Nova too. I know a lot of people are like, hey,
Yeah.
you gotta be Sam Alexander. I don't want Sam Alexander. I'm sorry. I'm old school. I want the Richard Rider Nova. You understand?
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh, yeah, that's a character. I'm surprised. I'm really, really surprised that he hasn't been in anything yet.
Hmm.
Um, and what tripped me out too about this kind of goes back to when James Gunn was supposed to be the Kevin Feige of um the galactic side of Marvel. I remember they were
Hmm.
talking about he was
Yeah.
going to be kind of like Kevin Feige's right hand man on the creative side, as far as kind of ushering in like the galactic side
Yeah.
of Marvel before that whole tweet came out. And
Yeah.
I think I was hearing some rumors that one of the characters he was going to try to introduce into Marvel was Nova, because I
Really.
mean Nova's a pretty original character, pretty old school character for Marvel. That's why I'm
Yeah.
surprised. I was really surprised he ain't got used yet as much as they've been out of space.
Yeah.
Or he hasn't been on Guardians of the Galaxy or something. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm. Yeah.
that's crazy. But yeah, the Richard Rider Nova, Nova, not the Sam Alexander. But I would be surprised if they do kind of like what they did with Ant-Man, where it's like
Yeah,
they skip Hank Pym and go straight to Scott Lang and just make Hank Pym
yeah,
like an OG character. I could
yeah,
see them doing something like that with Nova too,
yeah,
and make it just going straight to Sam Alexander. I don't want that, but it is what it is.
yeah.
What you got, man? What you got number 4?
Now, before it's Gambit, it's supposed to be. We know that he was supposed to have his own movie. It ended up failing. As far as getting on the screen, we did see him in what was it, Wolverine?
Yeah, Wolverine Origins,
Yeah,
X Men, Wolverine Origins.
yeah, and so we did see him on screen, but nah, that was good enough. It was because now we got Deadpool. Deadpool's killing it. I think a Gambit movie or Gambit in having a massive role and a consistent character of Gambit would be fantastic. Uh, Channing Tatum said that he had so much hope to play the role and was so broken from it that he doesn't even watch MCU, Marvel movies or anything at this point.
Mm.
It's just, I mean, I get it, especially something that you really hope for. But yeah, I think this character will be massive on the big screen, like that, especially done properly. I get a lot of things cleaned up, especially with the new X-Men are expected to hit the screens at some point. I would love for Gambit to have his own thing. Just the character, especially what we saw in the comic books, the power, the car stick, like just putting in work. I would love to see him on the screen putting in work as well. So yeah, that's my number 4.
There's a rumor that he might be in Deadpool 3.
I would love it. I would
Yeah,
absolutely
as
love it.
Gambit, because remember, he like you said, he's supposed to play Gambit years ago, and of
Hmm.
course, around the time of the merger of Disney and Fox, or should I say, when Disney bought Fox,
Yeah,
those talks kind of died down or whatever. So that's
yeah.
one of the reasons why that we didn't get that Gambit movie we were supposed to get. But yeah, man, it's pretty interesting. Pretty interesting. My number
Mhm.
4 is going to be the Inhumans.
Oh
I know we,
man,
I know we had a show
yeah.
that don't count. Okay, the show don't count. We gonna pretend like that never existed. All right.
Oh yeah,
There
I'm
was
okay.
supposed to be an Inhuman movie years ago, but
Mhm.
Kevin Feige kind of put an axe to that and just completely scrapped the whole Inhumans part of the Marvel first phase.
Yeah,
Or should I say, the first 3 phases. Kind of hate that he did that. Of course, you remember the rumors was that I think it was Vin Diesel supposed to play Black Bolt. I think I
yeah,
remember that.
yeah,
I was like I said, I was looking forward to that. I would love to have seen that. They were supposed to be the Inhumans were supposed to be the answer to Fox's X-Men because at the time, um, Marvel did not have the cinematic rights to the X-Men, so they figured they can. And X-Men were kind of becoming popular because of over at Fox, so they wanted to have their own version of the X-Men by adding in humans. And
yeah.
of course, did not get the movie. We got the show. I will never forget. Me and my wife went to the movie to see the first 2 episodes in IMAX, and I regretted it because I regretted it. That
Dang.
movie was so bad, bro. I mean, that show was so bad. It was so bad. The CGI, the acting, the story, everything was bad.
Jeez.
Um, they cut off Medusa's hair, so she didn't have the hair anymore. I was like, that's her power.
Power.
Like, I was like, okay, and that was in the first like 2 episodes. Like, it was not like something that happened in the middle of the season or anything.
Yeah,
First 2 episodes, they cut her hair. I was like, that's, and I figured they did that because of the budget and all that stuff. But still, like, they don't. I don't
yeah,
know, man. That's
yeah.
crazy to
Go to
me.
the
You
minimum.
you cut you cut her hair, and that's her power. But anyway, but yeah, that's my fourth man. Inhumans. What you got number 4? I'm sorry,
Uh,
number 3. I'm sorry, number 3.
Number 3. So kind of like what we talked about in the chat. So my top 3 was like immediate. Like as soon as it's like, yo, what are the top 5 that you want to see in theaters or in a movies? My top 3 was I go bang bang bang. So this top 3, it could be like I just need these on there. So my number 3 is Martian Manhunter. Yo,
Mm.
Give me, give me John. All right, yo, I need this dude on the screen. The work that he could put in. If you're watching this, I absolutely expect you or will hope that you know Martian Manhunter. The dude is awesome. The power is fantastic. The shape shifting, the Just a overall just pure power.
Overpowered if
Yeah,
you ask me, because supposedly he more powerful than
it's,
Superman.
exactly, and I think this was the one character that made Batman nervous, isn't it?
No, it made Superman
Uh,
nervous.
yeah, Superman. So yeah, like this is I need this dude. I need this dude. It's fantastic. I think he would be fantastic on the big screen. Just the way that you feel that Star Wars is a cinematic experience, like doesn't need to be TV. This is the same for Martian. We know we've had him on the TV shows several times. The guy that plays him he does a good job. All right, he's done a very good job. But I need for him on the big screen, putting in that work, especially if they with especially with them coming out with rebooting the overall
Hmm.
DCU. This needs to be part of it. This needs he needs to be part of the beginning of the DCU. With the Green Lantern, with the new Superman, new Batman, Wonder Woman, Cyborg, Aquaman. He needs to be in there as well because his overall story, because it also will lead to his niece coming in as well. Give me the Martian man. Hunter.
Man,
That's
you
my
know
number.
what? Couple things. We also saw him in the Zack Snyder cut of Justice League,
Yeah,
um, which was
but it's
crazy
just
to me. Yeah,
yeah.
just a small cameo. But the thing is with that part is like that's why I kind of feel like that was something they kind of added at the last minute. It's because
Mm-hmm.
you go to Bruce Wayne's house and say I'm here to help, but you didn't. Where were you at when Doomsday was out here wilding, bro? We need you during Doomsday.
Yeah,
Superman
see, I
probably
don't
still
think
alive right now if you helped us during fight Doomsday or whatever, right? So that's one
yep,
thing. With you heard me talk about this a million times, man. With James Gunn, there's no telling what's gonna happen with James Gunn. Like I keep bringing up the fact he brought up Polka Dot Man in
yeah,
in Suicide Squad, right? Like he's one of those guys who
yeah,
he likes to pull obscure characters. Like we got Mister
yeah,
Terrific gonna be in the Superman Legacy movie. Nobody,
yeah.
if you unless you are a massive fan or geek of comic books like that, you don't know who Mister Terrific is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
for him to have him in there, him to pull Guy Gardner, Green Lantern, like
yeah.
if we keep hearing, John Stewart or Hal Jordan, and I even heard some Kyle
Yeah.
Rayner being thrown in there. I would have never in my life thought he would have got you Guy Gardner, bro, as one of the Green
Yeah,
Lanterns, bro. That's crazy to me, right?
yeah,
So if you would have asked me, do I think he's gonna have him in the DCU? I would say yeah.
yeah,
Eventually, I think he will, bro. I think he will have the Martian Manhunter in there at some point. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, this dude gonna probably throw in a creeper, guys like that, folks you don't even know about gonna be in there. Challengers of the unknown or something. Like he gonna throw some
yeah,
crazy characters in there somewhere, bro, in the DCU, bro. And that's like the one reason why, like one of the many reasons why I like the fact that James Gunn is taking over, bro. Because
yeah. It
like
cleans up a
man,
lot.
yeah, he gonna
Yeah,
man, and
great
that's
character.
and DC got control of all their characters, so it's not like they got to ask somebody permission to put a character into a movie or
Yeah,
something, bro. So that's he got a whole treasure trove, a whole toy box to play with, bro.
yeah,
But
massive.
that's interesting because you said that was your number three, because it's my number three. Can
They
we get that Batman versus Deathstroke?
man.
This is what we've been asking for since we was 1 years old. Listen, we almost got it. We almost got it, man.
So
We were
close to
so
it. So
close.
close.
Listen, I think the Ben Affleck solo Batman movie is going to be the greatest what if comic book movie of all time. And
Yeah,
we always hear these stories about uh, you know, people who were linked to the project saying like, man, this was going to be like the greatest Batman movie of all time. And like you heard of people reading, like different people outside of the project like reading the script and everything. And I
yeah,
remember John Kirby said he got to look at the script and he was just like, oh my god, this would have been stupid, man. Like
yeah,
we would have got to see Batman fight Deathstroke on the big screen, bro. The
yeah,
the Ben Affleck Batman. We talking about the Ben
yeah,
Affleck from Batman v Superman warehouse scene Batman. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
oh my god. I don't, to be honest with you, I don't know if, I mean we probably could. I could see James Gunn adding a Deathstroke some time down the line in the
yeah.
DCU, but we might not get that anytime soon. I could be wrong.
Yeah.
Maybe Deathstroke will be in Batman Brave and the Bold. I don't know. We'll see how that goes. But man, bro, every time I hear about that, bro, like we could have had Batman versus Deathstroke on the big screen, directed. Remember, cause it was directed by Ben
yeah.
Affleck himself, bro.
Yeah. Because you know that's where his better skill set is writing and directing than acting.
Bro, that
And
would have been,
to me, as Batman, he was fantastic. And then adding on top of it his writing and directing, oh, oh man, it would have been amazing to have.
bro. That's I'm telling you, that's gonna be the greatest what if of all time, bro.
Yeah, yeah,
Watch,
I
I'm telling
believe
you,
it. That's what's so heartbreaking that we didn't get it because it's like it was
so
so
close.
close to having it. So
'Cause remember
close.
they did like the little test footage and everything.
Yeah.
Joe was in his Deathstroke suit and everything, and
Hmm.
seen like a little like
Written.
drawings and stuff of what it would look like and stuff. I'm just like, man,
Yeah.
I'm ready, man. Get this movie going so we can get this thing in the movie theaters, and then bam,
Yeah.
the whole Ben Affleck thing with him not wanting to do Big Batman no more. I was like, God dang it, man, Ben, you
Yeah.
messed it up. You could wait. You can wait till after the movie and say this. But yeah,
So we can
we,
have nice things.
exactly. What you got at number two, man?
Number two, like I said, it's one of the easier ones for me. Sticking with the DC situation, we got Damian Wayne. All right, son of Batman. Yo, I feel like if we had Damian Wayne on here, yo, they especially
But
if
you are, but you are getting a Damian Wayne though.
the well, I mean,
Yeah,
eventually.
yeah, he gonna be Robin in Batman Brave and the Bold.
Oh, that is going to be our. Oh,
Yeah,
so
it's
well,
already been confirmed.
well. Whenever it gets here, I'll be ready. I do. To me, David Wayne is one of my favorite non Batman characters in the DC. His anger, his skill set, uh, the it's everything. It's like an angry Batman as a child, and it's fantastic.
Yeah, I guess there's a reason why
It's
I'm not really a
dangerous.
big fan of him. Like I can take or leave him. I'm not around here like, oh man, give me Damien
Yeah,
or like, oh I hate Damien. Like I'm just like, yeah, me Damien. You know, because I
yeah,
like I guess I heard me say before, I'm old school. I like Dick Grayson. So
yeah.
you know, I like
It's,
that one.
I mean, I get.
But I like him more as Nightwing though. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, see, but for you to get Nightwing, who needs to be Robin? So,
Shoot, give me I'll take Tim Drake.
you- I knew you were gonna say that. But give me Damien. I want to see Damien. I feel like
Oh,
just the
you thought I was gonna say
stories.
Jason Todd? What? No.
But actually, at first it was I was thinking Ty. It's like nah, it's definitely gonna be
Yeah,
Drake.
I take only reason
But
why.
that's not be Red Hood. Or yeah,
Yeah, because I only reason why I say Tim Drake because of uh when I think of Tim Drake, it just always my mind always goes back to Nightfall storyline, and he was like a big part of the Nightfall storyline. You know, pretty much trying to like stop Azrael as he was kind of getting crazier and crazier as Batman or whatever. So like
yeah,
my mind always goes to Tim Drake, and then Tim Drake's suit, his little sleeves had like those little ridges on them or whatever, and he had the
yeah,
bow
yeah,
the bow staff. Like that's why I
yeah,
like Tim Drake. Of course, now he's Red Robin. So, but yeah, as Robin, I liked him as Robin, man.
yeah, yeah. But that's my number two.
All right, man. You think you doing something out here, huh? Check this number two out
But
though. This is who I want. Stop
no man.
playing.
Oh, I
Listen,
can't
man.
wait till he's on the screen.
Low to the bow, the main man in the building.
Yeah,
Like this is a no brainer, bro. It's a no
oh,
brainer.
absolutely.
So supposedly we already know we're hearing rumors that and then actually Variety reported this too. So I'm just saying.
Hmm.
Now we could be getting Jason Momoa, Aquaman, as the new Lobo. Will make sense. We talked about this on the last show. That's like listen. That's a no brainer to me. That's the most perfect casting I've ever seen in my life. Like the guy was
Yeah,
born to play Lobo. It looks like.
yeah,
Um, would love to see the crazy Zarnian on a big screen. Now, if they do a solo movie, I wonder they're gonna do it in like the vein of Deadpool. Like he doesn't break the fourth wall or anything, but he's just crazy, man.
yeah,
It's like a rumor. I think this is a rumor, or I don't know how true this is within the comics. I mean, I heard him say he said it before. He said it himself. He killed his whole entire race. to make himself to be the only Zarni. Like the dude's crazy. Look, Lobo is crazy, man,
Yeah.
and he's very very strong. He's going toe to toe with Superman. So the dude has like a stupid healing factor. Like his whole
Yeah.
entire body can disintegrate, and like the little ashes can regenerate back to his body. Like the dude is crazy, man. Tried to kill Santa Claus. Like there's so many different stories of Lobo, man. This dude is ridiculous. Um, Definitely a one of the greatest bounty hunters if there ever was one in all of fiction.
Yeah.
Um, he's supposed to be in Superman Legacy. We're gonna see, but as far as like a movie, I would definitely love him to have a movie, man. Like they were supposed to remember years
Absolutely.
ago they were supposed to do one with The Rock
Yeah.
as Lobo, but I'm kind of glad that didn't go through. I'd rather see Jason Momoa. He has more to me. Jason Momoa's personality fits more Lobo than The Rock.
Yeah.
I think with The Rock it
Absolutely.
was gonna be more serious and more dark, but I think with the Lobo it could be a little bit, it add a little bit more character to the character, if you will.
Yeah.
What you got at number two,
Can't
man?
argue with that. Can't
I
argue
mean,
with
I'm
that.
sorry. Sorry, hold on. Drum roll. You
And
got
my
number one,
number
man.
one is Court
You
of Owls.
you bastard.
So when it comes to your Batman, when it comes to the Batman stories, it's crazy the fact that we haven't had a Court of Owls at this point. We had Riddler,
Hold on.
Mr.
Was
Freeze.
Quarter Owls in Gotham?
I didn't really watch Gotham.
Shots fired. I
the
stopped watching the
well,
season one. It got crazy.
I say not really, but I didn't watch it. I did not watch it. It just didn't look interesting to me, so I didn't
Hold on.
even
You never
try to
watched it at
start.
all?
Mm-mm.
I watched the first season. I remember when my mom used to watch it too. And I went over her
Mm-mm.
house one day, man, and she was watching it, and I was like, "Wait, why you still watching this show? Oh, it's good. I like it." This was season two when she was watching it, and I was like, "Mom, I
Yeah.
don't know why you watching this show. This show is trash, trash." I said, I got done at the season one when all of a sudden, what's the name turned into the Riddler at the end of the season. I'm like, I'm done.
Yeah.
None of these people were bad guys before Batman came around. So, but anyway,
Yeah. And then all of a sudden,
but yeah, now
yeah.
we saying
But yeah, Court of Owls is the one that I need on the big screen. The manipulation that they have. So they just have been a group of puppet masters, essentially, being able to control Gotham the way it is, having their protector as well in the shadows, and Batman
Talon.
knows nothing about it. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Batman knows nothing about them. I think it's a powerful story that just we get it in the comic books, of course. Get it. It's definitely one that they love to expound upon in the comics, but we haven't seen anything about it on the big screen. I would have loved to see just the type of scenes, the fight scenes that Talon and Batman has had in the comics. I think Ben Affleck would have been the perfect Batman to have it on the screen, just because it's so brutal, the fighting.
Mm-hmm.
Because like it's brutal. Yeah, if you read the comics, you would know how brutal really how it was. So I think that Ben Affleck would have been perfect one for it.
Mm-hmm.
If they bring the if they bring the new Batman to eventually deal with the Court of Owls, I think it'd be pretty cool. It'd be a younger version of it, so I think it'd be something that would actually bring which we'll get a good understanding of why he wouldn't know anything about him if it's a younger Batman that's dealing with him
Yeah.
instead of an older Batman. So I would definitely love them to bring it in that way. So it brings it sooner than later in the new DCU. So yeah, this is my number one. Like I said, off top, really came off rip as far as uh, who needs to be on the big screen. Quarterback's number one is it'll stay number one. Everything else can move around, but this one for sure is my number one as far as needing on the big screen. So who's your number
Before I
one?
go to number one, a couple things. Court of Owls has been in, I believe they showed like hints of them in the Arkham series. I can't
Mhm.
remember. I think they did. Um, Also, too, we've seen a version of them on Harley Quinn. That don't
Oh
count.
yeah,
That
yeah,
don't
that
count.
was
But
wild.
yeah,
That
look,
was wild.
orgy is all I gotta say.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah,
but no, now I'm with you on the Court of Owls. Uh, I think he would have had more gravitas if it was with a Ben Affleck Batman, because remember Ben Affleck's been Batman for like 20 years. So
yeah,
that would have been like the Court of Owls being in the shadows for 20 years and him not knowing. That would have been like,
yeah,
oh my god, like you tell me this whole time this group under in the shadows of Gotham, controlling Gotham, and I had no idea, and I've been Batman for 20 years. Compared to, like
yeah,
you said, a younger Batman, it's like, well, dang, I just became Batman 2 seconds ago, and he already revealing themselves or whatever. So
yeah,
it could be a different balance to that. But nah, you're right. You've heard me say before that'd be like you said, Court of Owls, the main like their main like muscle talent can go head to head with
hmm
Batman. That'll be something. Uh, but yeah, that's a good pick, bro. But you're wrong, cuz number
Am I
one, man.
wrong?
Number
Number
one. This is a
one.
character you probably don't even know nothing about right here. Give me Exo Manowar
Oh
from the
man, yeah, I
variant
don't know
comic.
this one. Yeah,
Listen, man. I don't know if you remember this video game from years ago, man. Shout out to my boy LaQuincy, man. He had this game on remember Sega Saturn?
yeah, Doug.
They had a they had a
Sega.
they had a Man of War and Iron Man game back in the day. And
Okay.
that's the first time I was introduced to Man of War. Of course, he's a variant comic character, kind of like with Bloodshot and Ninjak.
Mm.
This is like the third big comic book. Well, I don't know if it's bigger than Image. Um, yeah, I guess it's a toss up. I guess you could say it's kind of a toss up, but of course, they got DC, Marvel, and then I guess you could say Variant is like number three, maybe Image, depending on your opinion of it. Um,
Mm.
but yeah, Man of War suit is like an alien suit that kind of forms around him. They just think of like Iron Man's extremist Iron Man, where his suit kind of comes around him. It's kind of like
Yeah,
that, man. It's a very powerful suit. It bonded with this not he's not prehistoric, but like he's a character from back in like the later days.
mhm.
The suit forms around him, man, and then of course he can do different things. He can form like energy swords and spears and things like that, and blast from the suit. I've always been, like I said, I've always been interested in this character. I was really hoping that Bloodsport, Bloodshot. I'm sorry, I said Bloodsport. Bloodshot would have been a successful movie, so that way we
Yeah,
could get variants, uh,
yeah, right.
cinematic universe, something different from DC and Marvel. Because
Yeah,
listen, variant is very underrated, man. They got so many characters. I've read a few of their books, and it's very interesting. Like they got very creative characters over there too, man. Very interesting characters over there too. I would just love to
yeah,
see a shared universe because like Blood shot, man. Like they did not that movie did not do him justice, man. And I was so mad that I knew that movie was gonna fail, bro. Like
yeah,
the marketing for it was trash.
yeah,
The trailers were trash. I'm just like, man, they gonna mess this up. This is the opportunity for them to start a whole entire cinematic universe, and they messed it up, bro. But
yeah.
yeah,
They
Man
missed the
of
mark
War is
on
a
it.
beast, man. Like I said, just trying to think of like a Venom, like the way it forms like a Venom symbiote and Iron Man, So,
Yeah,
but yeah, that's my number one, man. That is my number one.
okay.
So
Yeah, I haven't heard of them, but I'm definitely intrigued now. Definitely gonna have to try to find some comics on them just to read up on it, just to see where the intrigue about them comes from.
yeah, just go check out the variant comics, man.
Okay.
Like I said, that's like if you had a pecking order of comics, like it'd be like, of course, DC, Marvel, you could toss those up, and then like I said, it's out of Image Comics
Mm-hmm.
and out of Variant, because Variant is more of a it's kind of in more in the vein of DC and Marvel.
Yeah.
Image is more independent. Like sometimes they
Okay.
connect or whatever, but it doesn't connect a lot like they do in Marvel and DC and in Variant. Like it's an actual universe of characters or whatever. So
Okay. I got
that's
you.
why I say like yeah, that's why I put it number three over Image. But I mean, a lot of people could probably argue because Image has been around longer than Variant. Because Variant used to be matter of fact, you remember that video game Turok?
Yeah, yeah, oh
Yeah,
yeah.
all those characters, and
That's
yeah, all those characters. Remember that game? I think it was Shadow Man on
yeah,
64. Yeah, all those
yeah,
characters. Shadow Man is also a two-part variant.
yeah.
Like all those characters were part of the same comic book uh company when they were back in the day, but then they ended up I forgot the name of it. I'm blanking on the name. And then it ended up going over and reverting to variant. Like I don't even think
Yeah.
Turok is around anymore. I haven't seen a Turok comic or
I
anything.
haven't, but
Uh,
the video game was fantastic. I remember
yeah,
my
yeah, I love the
sister
video game.
with me playing that game.
Yeah, I love that game, bro. We used to
I
rotate
think
that
that
thing
was like the
around.
only. I think that's one of the few games he actually played with me, just to see like is this proper for you. It was that game was so fun.
Yeah, that was for the longest. That was my favorite 64 game. That and like Star Fox.
Yeah,
But but yeah, like it Shadow Man too. Like I said, I think Marco had Shadow Man. I think he played Shadow
yeah,
Man.
he
He did.
did.
Okay.
Yeah,
Now that version of Shadow Man is different from the Shadow Man now. You know what I'm
okay.
saying? So yeah. So like yeah, that comic is still a matter of fact. They had this one Shadow Man comic that was pretty good. It was
Mm,
the last one. I can't think of the name of it, man. I'm blanking. Cause they kind of like retooled some things with the character or whatever, man. It told a whole
yeah,
different story. It was like I said, it's go read variant comics, bro. They pretty interesting, man. And
yeah,
if not, if you want to hear like breakdowns of comics and stuff, man, go to Comic Historian on
yeah,
YouTube. That's what I follow too. Like he break down a lot of those comics and stuff, man. Talk about those obscure comics that a lot of people don't talk about because it's mostly DC and Marvel. But
yeah.
he's one of those people that like find those different ones, like Dark Horse. Dark Horse is
Mhm.
another one.
Yeah,
Like I said, Variant, Image. You know what I'm saying? Like Dynamite. You know, so all those different comics and stuff, man, that a lot of people don't talk about other than like the two main comics and stuff. So, but
I
yeah.
got you.
Cause
Yeah,
want to get into these quick hits.
yeah, man. Let's do it. Let's hit him.
All right, man. Check this out, bro. Let me find my quick hits here real quick, man. Of course, I don't have it up as we sitting here
You
talking. I apologize, y'all. Give me a second.
want me to hit it?
Oh yeah, go ahead. You got them.
Yeah. First one, Deadpool. With the Deadpool getting delayed, unfortunately, it's getting pushed off of the May 24th. I have sources, several sources have been saying that it's getting pushed off of the overall May 24th, and it got pushed up now up to May 24th. Now it's getting pushed back. Expected it to get a little bit. You expected it to get delayed when it came because of the strikes. So the writer strike is not the writers. The actor strike is still going on.
Yeah,
So that could be playing a role as far as them because not being able to film and things like that. So they could be playing a major role as far as things getting pushed back. So hopefully it won't go too far back because we know Marvel loves to stick with certain weekends when it comes to their releases. So
hmm
if it doesn't happen in May, it probably won't be able to get released. The earliest is what July to August time period. So hopefully be able to get a lot of things cleaned up to where it won't end up getting pushed back too far. So, it's good. This is one of the ones that we've been hoping for a while. Been able to get the Deadpool 3 on.
bro. They
So
should have
hopefully,
showed us no. They should have showed us no set photos, bro.
yeah, yeah, the
Cause now I'm
suits
getting
and
mad now.
everything.
Cause every time we look up, we're
Yeah,
gonna push it back again. Like, man, come on,
yeah,
bro. What are we doing,
yeah,
man?
yeah. So yeah, that one makes me a tad bit nervous. Now, what you got?
No, that was it. I'm just mad about it,
Uh,
man. Oh,
yeah,
you got the other ones? You want me to do the other ones?
you can do the other one.
Oh, I literally just had it, bro. Give me a second. Oh, I'm sorry. I know this ain't professional. Here we go. Okay. Now, yeah, you already said the Deadpool one. The other one is Daniel Radcliffe claims that he didn't get buff to
Yeah.
play Wolverine in the MCU. This rumor has been going around for 815 years that he could be playing him or what's the young man's name that played in Kingsman?
Oh yeah,
Um,
I know you're talking about. I can't think of his
I
name, but
can't
I
think of his
know
name right
exactly.
now. But yeah,
Yeah,
either him or Daniel Radcliffe. Of course, Harry Potter. For those who don't know, is Harry Potter. was supposed to play one of those guys. Supposed to play. This is rumored to be playing
Yeah.
Wolverine in the MCU. So I don't know, man. Would you want Daniel Radcliffe to play Wolverine?
I think it'd be weird. His name is Teron Egerton.
Oh,
I
okay,
think he
yeah.
would play great as Wolverine, especially a young Wolverine. The way that Kingsman is, like the action, the fighting, I think he has an excellent skill set for it. But I would not, if Daniel does get casted for it, it'll be another situation of just give it a chance. Let's see how it goes, you know. So I would not get to actually have an opportunity to watch it.
Mm.
Come on, man. Hey, you got to be open. You see how Heath
Like I
Ledger
want.
did?
I mean, yeah, you're right. But I mean, I want my Wolverine to be like he kind of got like a soft kind of voice. I want my would be like,
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
having that cigar, yeah,
Yeah, that cigar and
that
everything. Like, I
yeah,
mean, like I said,
yeah,
if it was to happen, bro, I wouldn't be mad. I'd be cool with it. But it is what it is. I mean,
yeah,
whatever. Listen,
yeah,
if Kevin Feige was to cast him, I wouldn't be mad.
yeah.
Okay, so the third one up, man. First look at the Netflix Avatar, The Last Airbender pictures came out of the Fire
Oh
Nation.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Good. I need you to listen to me. You're not listening, bro. Just listen to me real
I'm
quick.
listening. I'm listening.
I need you to listen to me. These set photos is fire, man. They
Yep.
fire. Okay. Literally fire. Like
Yeah.
they I think that they're really starting to pay attention to detail of the show.
Yes.
Um
Finally.
yeah,
Finally.
finally. Like I heard somebody say that the movie Avatar felt like cosplay instead of actually like
Hmm.
an actual movie or whatever. With this
Yeah.
one, man, and we Netflix has a reputation of their shows being good. Movies,
Yeah. Hey, leave more. You can leave
they,
more than yet.
they movies, they movies.
Yeah.
But yeah, but the shows, you know what I'm saying, the shows are
Fire.
always knocking out the park.
Yeah.
You said One Piece.
Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
okay. But yeah, listen. So I'm very confident, man, that this show is gonna be good. I'm willing to put King's House on it. It's gonna be good.
Yeah. Yep.
Um, but like I said, the set photos, man. Uncle Iroh, the guy playing Uncle Iroh.
Yeah.
Um, uh, man, he to me, I like his look because he looks just like that's all of them do. All of them do,
Yeah.
man. They all look just like
They
the characters
they did
from the show,
fantastic.
man. But
Yep.
yeah, man. So get ready for that. I still don't know when the release date is for that. I got it marked on my Netflix whenever it drop, bro. I'm being that thing.
Yeah. I'll be ready for it.
And then one thing too,
Because
one thing.
a lot of time, Netflix don't like to tell you when things about to drop. It just end up popping.
Oh
They'll
yeah, I
tell you
gotta
like
tell you.
once.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll tell you once like, yo, it drop on this day. Don't say anything for 6 months, and then they just pop up.
Oh, I forgot to tell
Full
you,
season drop. We're like, what?
it literally just came out 2 weeks ago. Wait, what? You didn't say something. Matter of fact, you go
Exactly.
on Netflix and go to the new section, the new
Yeah,
whatever. I go there
yeah,
and just like scroll through the stuff that's about to come out, and I start just marking stuff that I want to see or
mm,
whatever. That's how I
yeah,
start doing it. Cause like you said, if I didn't pay attention, bro, if I didn't know that, Netflix would have dropped the season on there. You've been like, dang, I'm already on episode 8. Wait, what? Episode 8? When did it come
exactly.
out? 2 years
Yeah,
ago. Wait,
exactly.
what? I didn't know this.
Exactly.
Like
They be
Jesus.
wilding with it. They be wilding.
But last but not least, man, I think you're gonna love this one, man. So they're working on a Gargoyles live action, man.
Yes.
Um,
Uh, so for me, this is childhood TV right here. I remember just sitting down watching it with my mom. Just this is Disney. Like this to me, this is Disney at their finest. With Gargoyles, the cartoon. The Because I remember the first time it came out, I was like, "What is this?" Like it was just brand new, hadn't heard of it before,
intro.
and then just hooked immediately. It's like this is good TV. Just enjoy watching it. One of those great cartoons that Disney has created over time. The live action I'm really looking forward to. Like I said, the Disney's been trying to. It doesn't have to be shot for shot as far as the cartoon. I just
No, no,
want
no.
good story. It just needs to be give me good characters or give me great storytelling. Make sure that the graphics do justice for it as well, and I'll be hooked. good
But
graphics,
ain't
great
the CGI
storytelling.
ain't those people on strike too? Oh, they
Probably
I thought I heard something
for
about they strike.
everybody been on strike, so it's hard to tell. It's like, hey, let everybody get their money. It sucks because they're going to try to put the price increases on them when they don't have to because they already get a ton of money out of us. But yeah, either way, I look forward to the special effects, the storytelling from the writers, and the actors after they get paid do their thing as well.
So you're gonna even like this one even more. So supposedly James Wan is attached. The James Wan, the king of horror right now.
Yeah,
And so that's going
my
to
start.
yeah, so that's going to be interesting on the direction that they are going to decide to go in this show.
Yeah,
I know it was James Wan. I know Joy Peel was attached to it at one point.
yeah,
Kenneth Branagh. So you would have got the Shakespearean side of gargoyles like in the show.
yeah,
So there was some interesting names that were attached to this, but right now I think James Wan is the one who's helmed to take over this thing. It's
yeah,
supposed to be on Disney Plus, so that's gonna be interesting. I want it to be one of those cases too, man, where like it's gonna be so good that you know what, let's make this into a movie or something. But
yeah,
I'd rather it be a
yeah,
show though. You know what I'm saying? So that way
yeah.
we can get more of it. You know what I mean? So,
That part, that part.
but yeah, man, those were just a few of the quick hits, man, that we
Yeah,
ran down there. All right, man. Cuz I only got one question, man. It's a question I gotta
yeah,
ask. What are you watching, man?
yeah, man. Well, before I hit that real quick, just to answer TGK's question, where to
Oh yeah,
start with Star Wars. If you are interested into full storyline, probably at episode one. But if
prequels.
you want to start at a great movie or show, I would start. For me, it will be Rogue One. That's how I got Jay. I'm not sure if he watched more Star Wars, but for someone that hadn't watched anything about Star Wars, don't know anything about it, he enjoyed that movie just because, like I said, it's a fantastic movie. Like you don't even have to know anything about Star Wars so you enjoy it. But if you want to just see, it's a ground level great movie. Rogue One would be the best bet at starting because you'll get because that will lead you into the original Star Wars, and you wouldn't have to go into the prequels episodes 1 through 3. But yeah, so it just depends on what you feel like doing as far as the overall Star Wars. But yeah, Rogue One is a great spot to start with. Honestly,
And
that's my opinion.
if you got Disney Plus, like Cuz said, if you got Disney Plus, I think it's gonna already have it in order. I
Yeah,
believe.
yeah,
I
yeah. They
haven't.
typically do.
Okay, so they'll have it in like chronological order as far as like
Mhm.
how the story lines up. So if that's how you want to do it, yeah. But if you just want to kind of get dip your toe in Star Wars, like he said, man, the perfect movie to start off with is Rogue One. That's my
Yeah,
favorite Star Wars movie. But yeah,
man. Listen. So, what am I watching? So, it'll be a combination of watching, listening, and other things.
hmm
Watching, finishing. I am halfway through season 4 of Castlevania. It's been fantastic. They be doing their thing with Castlevania, especially the season finale of 3. So much was going on with
bruh.
that one. It was wild. It's like, whoa, I didn't remember it. I don't remember any of this
I ain't
at
gonna
the
lie to you,
beginning
cuz I
anyway.
like the original Castlevania, the one that came out a couple years ago. I like that one
Yeah,
better than the new one.
yeah. Well, this was the part of that the original. I see that they have a new Castlevania as far as like another subset. It's just one season. I
Oh wait, hold
haven't
on.
watched that one yet.
Oh, I
No,
thought this one.
I'm doing the other one.
Yeah, I was
The
gonna say
one.
that was not. That's not the same. I'm telling you that right now. It's
Oh,
not. It's
okay.
not. Yeah, it's a totally different
Yeah.
Castlevania.
Okay. Yeah.
You know what I mean. Yeah, it's a totally different story or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah,
That's
that
what
one you
I
watching right
figured.
now?
Yeah. Yeah. It's. Woo.
Hey, wait till you
Yeah.
get to like I think it's like what 4 seasons? Is it 4 seasons,
Yeah. I'm
bro?
halfway through the 4th season now.
Bro, four.
Yeah. It's something
That sucker
serious. It's some
just
wrote every episode.
every
Every
episode,
episode.
bro. I'm like, I'm trying to sit. You can't. It don't give you time to breathe. It's like, dang, I gotta
Nah.
do this now. Like, so you done with that?
Yeah.
Top of 2 seconds. Oh, dang, I gotta do this now. I was like, God,
Yeah.
dang. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're
It
right
just
though.
keeps rolling.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one I really enjoyed. Uh, so have that one. Wife and I we finished up on Welcome to Wrexham, great show. Well, we've watched 9 out of 10 episodes. The 10th one just recently dropped, or will drop next week. So just have one more episode of that one. Welcome to Wrexham is fantastic. Just started up on the final season of Archer. It's been great as well. Uh, God, I'm gonna miss that one. Just Archer's just a show that it's been so many seasons that you can just start it from the beginning and just start watching. The animation is great. The stories are great. It's just it's just great storytelling to me. Even when it was they just did like Archer, I think it was 1980s or something like that, 84 or something. It was just fun to watch, fun to enjoy as well. As far as, and then I also been listening to, I told you about it, The Riddler on Spotify. So DC
Spotify.
Studios and Spotify has a contract or whatever to where they bring out different stories. The first one that they had was Batman Unburied. It had Winston Duke as the voice of Batman, so the big
Mhm.
burly voice was fantastic as Batman. Then they moved into Harley Quinn. This dropped, and then the new one
The Riddler.
is the Riddler. They have Hassan Minaj as the Riddler, which is interesting. The voice is great for it. The guy who they have playing Batman, I sent it to you earlier. What was
Yeah.
his name?
He played in Candyman, the new Candyman.
Yeah, New Candyman. He's also Fear the Walking Dead as well.
That's what he played in.
Coleman Domingo. Coleman Domingo. Yeah, he was Fear the Walking Dead as well. Fantastic actor. He was also in the Michael B. Jordan movie where his family died. Uh, the Moving into Splinter Cell.
Oh,
Uh, No
Hulu,
Remorse.
Prime. Yeah,
Yeah,
something like that. Yeah, No Remorse or something like that. Yeah, I know you're talking
yeah,
about.
yeah. He was in that as well. So, yeah, fantastic actor. He got that deep voice as well. So it's been crazy. Spotify's been having the black folks playing voice of Batman. It's been real interesting. You know what? I don't hate it. I do not hate it.
That's why I said,
So,
I wish they can voice Wolverine for Daniel Radcliffe.
man, hey.
Doo-doo-ding.
But yeah, but yeah, that's what I've been watching and listening to, and I've been enjoying it. I've been enjoying it. I'm already down to the last few, like halfway through the final episode as well. It's like 25, 30 minute episodes for it, so it's 8 episodes, so right around 2 hours for the full thing. But it's been fantastic to listening to. What are you watching?
Of course, Loki,
Yeah.
and that show's getting
Oh
good.
yeah,
That, that,
I can't believe I forgot that I'm watching that too.
yeah, that show getting good, man.
Yeah,
And Gen V getting wild. I think it's like two more episodes after the last episode that just came out. Um,
I hadn't started that yet. I'm just gonna binge that when I get the chance.
uh, and you're gonna laugh at me on this one, bro. So I've been watching the original Ninja Turtles, the ones from the '80s.
Yeah,
Um, it's what's crazy. You know how when you watch this stuff now as an adult and you sit there and you think to yourself like, man, I watched this as a kid. Like, wow,
yeah,
I really like this as a kid, bro. I think after
yeah,
like episode like 5, the tone kind of changes. It starts getting like a whole lot more goofier and stuff.
yeah,
And I was like, I had to stop watching, bro. I was like, okay, this is getting a little too goofy for me. I watched this as a kid. Like, what is this? And like, 'cause, like the first 5 when like the tone was like a tad bit darker. And
yeah,
so like, man, I like the first 5 episodes, but like I said, after that, it was just like, okay, they shrinking. Little
yeah.
this ray could turn like stuff objects into living objects. So you got like little pizzas running around trying to bite people and stuff. I'm just like, okay, it's getting a little too much for me now. But yeah, that's what I was watching for a little bit there. Um, Trying to think what else I've been watching, bro. I think that's about it. I was listening to the Riddler on Spotify that you sent me. Um, oh, I've been playing Grand Theft Auto. Shout out to TGK. I've
Yeah,
been playing Grand Theft. Well, I was playing Grand Theft Auto. Probably need to get back on that.
yeah,
But other than that, man, that's probably all I've been doing, man.
yeah. And you know what came out today, though, right?
The webhead himself.
Yeah, there's part two. Man, whenever I don't work on the weekend, that's definitely I'm getting it. Um, I have several other games I need to be playing, but nah, I'm gonna just drop those, put those on off to the side, and hop up
So
on
you
that
already got it
Friday
and
night.
everything.
No, not yet. I ended up breaking down and buying a Xbox Series X this past week.
Wait, what?
It's the yeah, dog. Yeah, it's a
You didn't
digital
tell me
one.
this. Who is this? Who are you? Who even are you? I don't
I
even know who
know
you is.
it's funny because like my daughter said that I'm cheating on PlayStation
PlayStation.
for
Yeah.
doing it. Yeah, because we have all the PlayStations over here. So yeah, it's a digital one. It's nice, small, compact. I got to see look into the exclusives outside of like Halo, of course. But I got to
Oh
look
man.
into the exclusives to see what to get. So far, it's been a pretty cool system. I like their controllers. Like hands don't get tired as much when it comes to
Bro,
like
you had an Xbox
PlayStation.
back in the day.
I know,
Don't be
but
acting
it's
brand new.
been yeah, but also that's been what almost 20 years too
Yeah, yeah.
since
You had the
I
Xbox
had an
One.
Xbox. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Oh no, no,
Ah,
no. Xbox 360 is what you had.
yeah,
But
yeah.
remember the
So it's
red
been
light kept getting a little red light or whatever. Yeah, the
exactly that
eye.
red
Yep.
ring. Yeah,
Yeah, because
yeah.
I
So
the only reason why I got an Xbox because Terry bought it during the pandemic. You know what I'm saying? Couldn't go nowhere, so we're like, you know what? I guess I can play some video games or something. And then of
yeah,
course, it I don't really have attention span for video games like that no more. So it'll be just sitting up here collecting dust unless her little sister come over and play or whatever. But
yeah,
so I was just sitting around one day. I was playing Grand Theft Auto. I'm a little rusty. I'm getting my butt kicked. I'm like, God dang it! Got back on there again like the next day. Me and TGK were on there trying to do some missions. Couldn't do no missions because it's so many. Like the way Grand Theft Auto is set up now, it's like a ton of like missions just randomly popping up on the screen everywhere. Like
yeah,
you used to be able to do your missions and like it'll take you to a whole little different corner of the game. Like random
yeah,
people can't just kill you while you're doing your missions. Like you in your own little session pretty much. With this
yeah.
one, you're doing your missions within the sessions with other people. So
Oh
while you're
man,
trying to
that's
do your
wild.
mission, this person could just like be driving just randomly, like, you know what? I'm gonna interrupt you in your session and just kill
Yeah,
you, whatever,
that's
in the middle of
wild.
your session. Yeah, so it's a little harder, bro. So, but yeah, you know what? King told me this, man. He said I need to go ahead and switch mines over to. Like, I might do that. I don't know. It's just that I don't want to
It's
spend that money
a
on the game and I don't play it like that. You know what I'm saying? Maybe be sitting there collecting
yeah.
dust.
That's real. That
But
is real.
I might do that, man. I might switch over to. I would love the next. What's it called? Gen
Next,
5. Yeah, next
yeah.
gen. I wouldn't mind doing that. See what it look like for Grand Theft Auto. But yeah, I might look into that. But yeah, man. You got anything else you want to add, man, before we roll?
No, that is it. Man, this one been a good one. So I think this one is our longest one. But
Probably
it's been
so.
fun.
Yes, sir, man. Y'all already know how this goes down, man. We'll be back here next Friday morning for more geek talk. We hope to see you guys there with us, man. Staying geeked in these streets. As
Yeah.
usual, man. It is your boy Real.
It's your boy Will.
Stay geeked, y'all. And we out.